Hello and welcome to 10 Minute Fringe. I am Laser from A Shark Ate My Penis, and today I am talking to the crew behind 1 Week in Magaluf, which is heading to Edinburgh Fringe this August. Hello, thank you so much for joining me, Amy, Erin, and Rachel.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Well, I'd love for one of you to tell me, what is the pitch for this show?
Okay, I'll take this one. I wrote the show, and basically, 1 Week in Magaluf is a brand new jukebox comedy musical about a girl's holiday to Magaluf gone wrong. We've got songs from the noughties, we've got crazy costumes, we've got condoms, we've got comedy, we've got it all.
Oh, incredible. And what made you want to bring this show to Edinburgh this year?
We took it there last year in like a smaller version, and we just loved it so much. We had so much fun. We were all just in agreement. We had to bring it back. It deserved more than one run for sure.
Oh, amazing. So, tell me a little bit about this team. What is everybody's job? Erin?
Okay, so my name's Erin. I'm the creative producer, and for 1 Week in Magaluf, I am the musical director. So I deal with the
Wow.
music and audio side of it all. I get everyone singing. Amy is our writer and director for this particular production, and Rachel is our producer. And we all sort of met doing the show on a smaller scale last year, and this is a sort of we decided we were going to band together and make Hero Productions and make it happen.
Amazing. So how did you all get involved with the show last year?
Rachel's sort of the root of it all. Yeah.
So I last year was running a theatre society through my uni and decided that I wanted to take us to Edinburgh Fringe, and just kind of it all started from there. I needed a writer, and a mutual friend put me in touch with Amy and said, "She's your gal if you want to do comedy." And she absolutely was my gal from day one. I was like, I knew this was going to be wonderful. And then we brought Erin on board because we wanted it to be a musical, so we needed a musical director, and that's her specialty. And then we took it on the smaller scale, and we've grown it this year.
That's incredible. Incredible. So you've done Edinburgh before. What do you like about the festival? What is the experience like, Amy?
So my first Fringe was last year, but these gals have like grown up at the Fringe.
Oh, wow.
But for me, like going there for the first time and just seeing so many people from all different backgrounds, all here for the love of art and creativity, that was just amazing. It just felt like being home. And what I loved about it was that, like, sometimes you talk to your friends about what you're doing, and like, oh, you're doing a show, and you're like, yeah, well, it's a bit of this, it's a bit of that. But at Fringe, people are like, what's your show? Tell me. And I'm like, well, and like you can go into full detail, and you get to know so many stories and so many people, and it's just so inspiring. Like doing a show every day is so much work, but when you meet
Yeah.
people and you hear their stories and their shows and you watch that, it then inspires you for your own show, and it's just this amazing cycle that keeps going for 4 beautiful weeks.
Incredible. Erin, tell me about making the show bigger for this year. What does that look like? Tell me about like the rehearsal process, the growth process. Do you have any stories from things you discovered or things you threw away?
Absolutely. So we had, as we said, we ran it last year. We're doing much more dates this time because we sold out quite a few times last year. So we were like, the
Nice.
people need more opportunities to see this. And then we've spent most of this year fundraising, which obviously like a large part of theatre is funding. And when you decide you're going to do stuff, you're like, okay, we actually need the money to do this. So we spent a lot of time together this year, panicking and trying to scrape stuff together, but then also having a lot of fun. And then we had our auditions at the end of May, which was amazing because it was sort of like really like a full circle moment because we did it and there was a lot of people that we'd never even, because we're used to, like, I think in theatre you cast your friends and stuff and you're used to sort of like expecting who's going to be there, but we had people from like all over the country audition. which was really awesome because it's like, oh, we've actually like got a further reach than we thought we did, and this is really fun. And then now we're moving towards the car. We're doing like a 1 week intensive rehearsal period, like sweat it out before Fringe. So I think we're now just trying to like get ourselves in gear for that and totally ready to smash it.
Incredible. Yeah, it sounds like you smashed it last year. Rachel, can you talk a little bit about, I mean, it seems like a big skill involved in Fringe is getting people to the show. Do y'all have like creative ways that you do that? Or are you just, I mean, you have a badass show, then that's what's happening?
I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi meant I completely missed what you just asked me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Amy, can you take that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a girl involved in the show, and she's come up with this idea of us taking a game show out onto the Mile. And we have this like board which has like a Magaluf spinny wheel on it, and it's like Velcro, and people throw it at it, and then they have to answer a question. And then we have trick or treat bags. Honestly, it's like a whole primetime TV show, us on the Mile at 11 a.m. So we have that. We go out in our masses. We wear like pink jumpers, and we just talk to people. And like so many people come up to us, and we just want to meet people and tell them about it. And then naturally, they have a nice chat. So then they want to take a flyer, and then they want to come to our show, which is really nice because it feels like what we're doing instead of flyering is we're providing entertainment as well, and just making connections and friendships. Which we really like. And then we see people at the show that we played the game with, and we're like, oh, we remember you. No, that's really, really fun. We love flyering. Like we love it. We just find it so much fun. There's like 10 of us. We're in the jumpers. I went out last year in my swimming costume and some shorts. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Praying the weather's nice this year so I can do that again.
Absolutely, absolutely. Talk to me about what you want people to get out of the show. It's for anybody.
Erin, you go.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, so this show is mainly, I think we want people to have a laugh, and it's like light-hearted entertainment. It's very much the center of the whole show is friendship, specifically like female friendship, and just giving people, like women and non-binary people, a space to be funny for the sake of it, and not because they're a particular trope or anything like that. It's just a really, I don't want to say wholesome because it's not wholesome at all. It's like Flaws getting wrecked on holiday and making like terrible decisions, but it's wholesome in the sense that there's a really nice sense of community that I think we've created around the show. And so we just hope, because obviously there's a place for all sorts of shows at Fringe. And there's a lot of like really amazing, like thought-provoking pieces that are like progressing all sorts of things. Whereas like we're sort of here to just like be a safe, fun space for people to come and have a giggle for an hour.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. So I have a question for you from my last episode's guest. So her name is Paige Wilhide. She has a show called Breakup Addict, which feels in the same genre of yours. It's a lot of making mistakes and getting through it. And her show, her question is this. You have to do your show every single day. So, or however often you do it. How, if you start to feel stagnant or bored, how do you create a new context for the show for yourself to make it exciting every day?
Oh, see, I like a little bit of mischief on this. So if I was doing it, I'd be like, I tell you what, I'm going to throw something in there today. I'm going to change a prop around, or I'm going to put on something different. Like, I think keeping people on their toes with a bit of mischief as well, which is something that lends to our show. If things go wrong in our show, it adds to it. It's because it's just funny. So for me, it's mischief, and it's having a bit of an in-joke. I think that always gives people a bit of a boost. So that's my answer.
That's an incredible answer. Does anybody else want to answer that question? It's okay if you don't.
No, I think that's absolutely the way forward, is just embrace the chaos. I think you've got to go with
mischief. Indeed. Okay. Do you have a question for my next guest? I would love for you to leave something for me to ask the next person.
So I think for us, music is a really big thing in our process. Like we always have
Okay.
music on in rehearsals. Even like when we've been out together, if we're getting ready to go and do a fundraiser event, all of us are like, should we put some noughties music on? Should we put that on? We always have music boosting us up. So I think my question would be, if you could have one song to play before your show, what would it be and why?
That's such a good question because it helps you, it helps the audience, it's all together. Amazing. Well, tell us how and where and when do we see 1 Week in Magaluf?
I'm hoping Rachel's Wi-Fi is back so she can answer that one. Yeah.
I think I'm me. This goes. So 1 Week in Magaluf is on at theSpace at Surgeons Hall, Theatre 1, every day between the 4th and the 19th of August, apart from the 13th because we are taking a day off, at 6:35 p.m. for just under an hour.
Perfect. Get there, everybody. Get out and see this show. It sounds like an absolute delight. It sounds really funny and really fun. I can't wait to see you on the mile and play some games with you.
Yeah, defo.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Erin. And thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.